What's up, YouTube? This is my look for the stream game today, 2550, with all these maniacs. And waiting for the elevator here. And follow me, let's go. This is my outfit, my purple shoes. All right, so we're standing here waiting for my little pink car. Here we are at Studio 52. And they got security and valet and everything. How cute. Waiting for Isa. What's up, guys? Buying in 20K. Lynn's playing on Thursday. Okay, so here I am at Studio 52. We got Jean. We got Jean's boyfriend, Todd.
No, John.
Oh, John, I'm sorry. That's her other boyfriend. Lynn's having a champagne.
I am drunk already.
No, you probably are. Here's a setup. This is where we're going to be playing. Nice. Can't wait to play. Okay, cheers. We're both wearing purple. Cheers. What are you drinking, Isa? A mojito. That's it? She's gonna get. Okay, production's here. To start off this game, we all did a 1K PLO flip for the button, and obviously Mr. Lucky and Good, MJ won the flip. What a surprise. Here we go, getting the game out of the muck as the owner of Poker Night in America is dealing his first opening game at Studio 52. And for that, he is explaining the rules, and we are actually playing 10 deuce, honoring the late Doyle Brunson, who recently passed away. So if somebody bluffs with a 10 deuce, we pay them $200 a person, so makes it worthwhile to play the bluffy game. And here it's kind of a tight game, I think, but MJ's giving me a little action. Johnny Vibes is in there. Dan Shank is not afraid to put in the money. I haven't played any hands with Jason Somerville that was significant, but he normally has it, and I don't want to play a hand with him. So anyways, carry on. I don't think I played my best game at this particular table. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the excitement of the very first game and I want to be in action, playing practically all of the hands that were dealt to me. Practically all of them. I'd say 85%. Here is this hand where in the beginning Dan Shank goes all in for ace jack, and I fold my delicious looking jack 10, which is not even suited, and he also gets MJ to fold ace 7. Way to go, Dan Shank.
Yeah, Lily Coletto is represented today. Lily's a good friend of mine. She loves to give action. She's fearless. She's always polished and beautiful. I'd love to see her come home with a big win. Me too. Love that dress, too.
Don't punish me.
When I played it was 500, but I could definitely do it. It's gonna hurt.
3 players?
Is that the strength of your hand?
MJ's loving those 2 forehands he's got. I think he's going to fall in love with any 2 he sees tonight.
Bet 600? Make it 15?
Onto one of the hands I've won that night is I had a pair of 6 and decided to raise Johnny on basically third pair, and I got away with that bluff. On to the next hand. MJ is letting me know that he can see my cards. People, if you play poker, please cover your cards a little bit better, because your neighbor would be nice enough to tell you or not tell you they have an advantage over you and could be potentially detrimental to your poker game that night. But MJ reminded me at least 15 times before I got the hint that he can see my hands. It wasn't 15 times, but I'm just saying I am making a little joke out of it. Haha, funny joke, not 15 times. I played this hand really bad. I had pocket 10s versus Johnny and Dan Shank. and the board comes 3-3-7, and I don't know for the love of God why I checked this flop when I'm a pre-flop aggressor, and I decide to flat his $1,600 bet, letting him take control of the button. I'm just thinking that it was a big mistake. I should have check raised the flop, but now I'm faced with a decision. A king turned, which is an overpair to my pocket tens, and I don't believe Dan, but he does have the nut flush backdraw, and he backed into a pair of aces. I'm still not a believer, so I tank a little bit and decide that I just want to see if he rivered the ace, and of course he did, bringing my winnings. Wait, I was never up. Being down 3K that night. Here is another hand I get involved with MJ. He's a pretty good player. I mean, he's playing the player, not his cards, obviously. Jack deuce off. And I'm the one that's playing a little bit more passive tonight. MJ takes the lead in this hand. He decides to bet into me with 8-8, ace on the board, having Jack deuce off. And of course, I have to call with an ace 4. Not a high kicker. If he does have an ace, I am thinking he could potentially have an 8. Does not matter. He has any 2 cards, and he is barreling into me to get me to fold. MJ has been running bluffs on me all night. Some hands he have it. Some hands it's on a pure bluff. I don't know what to make of it, but I am playing. I am in there. I'm calling his hands. We're going to the turn to see what I get. So the turn, Todd, please. Something good for us. And it's a 5. No harm there, right? What does MJ do? We both check. And the river drops an ace. Hallelujah. I don't have to be worried about the 8. I don't have to be worried about an ace with a better kicker because we would be chopping. I tank a little bit. Obviously, MJ is done with the hand. And I have to bet this hand. I'm not going to check to him because he could potentially check back. Obviously, he folds with Jack high. I win a pot. Thank you, baby Jesus. I finally won a hand. And here we go. On to the next. So I'm looking down at a very good hand, mediocre at best, but I'm in a cash game. I'm feeling a little splashy. I call Johnny Vibes $300, and so we get MJ Gonzalez to come along too with his 10 deuce. And in this game, we are playing 10 deuce bluff. So if he gets a bluff through with 10 deuce, we all have to pay him $200. And let's go to the flop. Here goes the flop, a jack, 8, a 10, and I pair my 10s. You know how hard it is to hit a pair? Well, I hit a pair of 10s. That is a second pair, and that's pretty good to potentially catch a bluff. Maybe I can go running 10s. Maybe I can turn a queen, and I could potentially turn that into a semi-bluff with a good old check raise. I'm basically just calling to see what kind of crap MJ is holding in his hands. And obviously I don't believe him, but with that 7 turn, it kind of finishes a straight that I have to be battling with. And it's more towards his range. And I gave him a lot of credit for this hand. So I thought for a little bit and I elected to fold. But first, wait, let me get a little camera time. Let me just move around a little bit. Let's just say I am pretending that I have a tough decision. I don't know what I'm doing. Woman, just fold the hand and just get to the next hand. You're Hollywooding Finally, way he gets too
a
much
fold out of me,
you know, and he bluffed us with 10 deuce. Everybody pay him $200.
Workout, I read. Books.
I'm in a hand with Johnny Vibes, and I have King Jack.
I have read multiple books this year, yes.
He was in the small blind, I was in the big blind, and I flop a gutter.
I just read
He flops top pair, he checks, I bet.
and before that I read Animal Farm, which I had read before.
Try repping it.
I wanted to read again.
Great book.
Yes.
The half pot
I
size
have
bet.
the 1984.
$1,200. He's not going anywhere. He is calling my $1,200. I see that the strength of his hand is not great, and guess what? Neither of us have a flush, and he is gonna go for it and try to win the pot. With a bluff, I can see that he does not want to fold this hand.
Ball was a good one.
Yeah. Wow.
Nice hand, Buds.
Just hand it to the.
Everyone put 100,000 on the side. Yeah.
Moving on to the next hand, as I am defending my big blind with a big old King 3 offsuit. And it's a doozy because I am on an open-ended straight, and I can rep a lot of hands here, especially being in the big blind. I was actually trying to rep a 6, but a 6 came on the river, and unfortunately I had the second nuts, well, third nuts, because a 7, or actually a deuce of clubs, will make it a straight flush. So the fourth nuts, I lose a substantial amount right there. Another really bad hand that I shouldn't have played. Down to 9K, so here we go. After many lost pots, I pick up a hand like ace 10, which is playable. I raise it. We make it 300. Who is going to call? We got Dan Shank in with pocket 9s. We have MJ in with 10-4. Super premium for MJ. Now we both pair a 10. I bet he calls. And Dan Shank with the best hand. Pre-flop, he decides to fold and does not want to be a hero to draw for an 8 or a king to finish his straight, because he knows that I'm probably holding an ace rag of 10s. So with the 3 of diamonds turn, MJ has a flush draw, and bink, he hits the queen of diamonds. On the river, I decided to bet out a small bet of 2,200, and he snaps me off with the flush. Obviously being paired board, he can't even raise me, but he won the hand. And another bad.
I did? That sucks for me because I was going to call your bet.
Poor Lily needed a.
We're gonna do a little cheers.
Mike has a magic trick.
Boom! I have to use the special effects. Yeah, 4 diamonds. Lily.
He's going to do a trick. He does like special aerodynamics and things out of the can. So he throws himself into the can. Check this out. Watch this. He's going to get into the can. He's getting in the can. Out of deck of cards. Look at this. He's getting shot out of the can. He's flying. 4 of diamonds. Ew, 4 diamonds right there. 4 diamonds. Yeah, cool.
And now that my cash game is over with the boys, after I pick up ace queen versus Johnny Vibes, a button raise, and he woke up with pocket aces, I flop a queen high board, and we all get it in on the flop because it was a flushy board, and I lost. I bust.
Louis Strap.
On to the next game.
Louis Strap here. This is protecting all the monies.
Listen, we'll have to wait and see.
Are you here all night, Louis?
I'm here all night.
Okay, my name's Lily. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Miss Lily.
Other security, Jose's got this place on lock. We're here at Studio 52. I know, Papito, this is not like your house, but you're kind of like the designated host.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are here for the ladies' event. I'm Haley. And we got Lynn. We got Nikki. We got Haley. We got Caitlin. And Heather. Heather's viewing? Yes. Yeah. Nice. Poker Night of America, ladies' night. Let's go. So excited. Okay, so they have some food here. Look. Playing too. Isa, how do you feel? It's gonna be like your first live. Do you have any questions about how to play?
I got it.
Do you think you got it? Okay.